And now I have sound. Oops. I've been swapping between my two computers, and unfortunately that has a tendency, if you do it, or if you, I've got my microphone plugged into my Logitech G510S keyboard, because that makes it very handy for like my speakers and my microphone have both been plugged into that, so whichever one I've been on, they both work with. But one of the things I got from AliExpress is an HD TV video capture card, so that's got in, out, and USB. So that would potentially mean that I could like stream just from my mini PC, which is very power efficient. I can run that thing all day, costs about 10 pence on the electric. So I run my gaming PC all day, that's going to cost about £4. So, you know, the other things like a DDR4, it's got 16 gigs of RAM and a half a terabyte, or 512 gigs NVMe, plus a 500 gig hard drive, so it's fine as long as you're not gaming. And even then, you can do some basic and like old school, some like pixel art games or something. You can run those all right. You can do Borderlands 2 if you really wanted to, or Half-Life and stuff. But it definitely cannot stream at the same time. Nope. 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 So which are each of these cables? Right, so this one's front panel audio, that's a USB, and that's a USB, and this is the top USB. Right, so it's, you need to, like, I'm going to keep that in the case anyway, but it's the top two front panel USB ports that are not working very well. So I will place those up there to remember. It's not going to work though. There, that'll hold it in place. Wiggle, 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 wiggle. And you know what, I'm doing a board swap, so I am going to need that CPU out. I will take the fan off while it's still mounted securely. That is a really stiff CPU pan plug. Oh. Freedom! Not a huge fan of this mounting thing. These Intel stock coolers are the first ones that I've used. Like this is the first one that I ever encountered with that sort of just push it in and twist, and gosh, I hate it. Like, definitely I had to reseat it because the CPU was overheating because it wasn't quite properly seated. And such a pain, just such a pain. feel like you're going to go through the board. There it is. Yeah, so that's the i3-4130 that came out of another system, but I'll pop that up there. Don't need the duct tape. Fix a lot of things, but hopefully not just yet. I'm okay with using multi-surface wipes on it. I don't think that hasn't caused me any problems so far, and is quite a lot more effective than like spit on tissue. But I don't want to use it, certainly not on the chip while it's in the motherboard, unless it's already been out of the packet for a few minutes and is not soaking wet. Although I'm sure the board would have plenty of time to dry. I need to check out if I think I've still got like a socket AM2 Plus in the case that this board is possibly going to end up in. The old era-appropriate Arctic Silver 2, which was kind of surprised was still good. When I started, finally got back into doing computers, does this still work? Seems like it's still about the same consistency. But I'm pretty sure the tube is nearly empty. And for like 4th gen, I'm pretty sure it's fine. I'm sure it's not as good as TM4 or MX6 or MX4. But I'm using it on CPUs that it was still designed to be the best for. You don't want to downgrade to it's not much of a downgrade to a 4790S. I should have a 4790K coming, but it hasn't actually been dispatched yet. I ordered it like 3 days ago, so that's kind of mildly annoying. Especially since it's coming from AliExpress, China. It's the first time they've not dispatched all my goods within an hour, so can't really complain yet. Speaking of which, that is a order is set for shipping. I don't know which one it is though, because there were still like 9 items that weren't. But hopefully, the second round, it's the first time there was an issue. It's like it was my 3rd or 4th order from them, and I've been incredibly poor for many, many years. So only selling all my old stuff has allowed me to invest. Swapping to Universal Credit will allow me to trade and earn more than 20 quid a week without the government immediately taking it off me until I hit as much as I would have gotten from my ESA benefit, in which case they'll stop my benefit and then I'll just be screwed. So it's like, couldn't do anything with that because I sell one computer and that means I've earned over £130 that week. Doesn't matter if I only made 20 quid profit, it's income that they count, not profit. So if I sell one computer, I'm screwed because they'll just stop all my benefits. And I won't be able to go on them, and I'll apply for Universal Credit, and I'd be 130. Like up until very recently, Universal Credit was considerably less each month, so I wouldn't have been anywhere close to being able to even pay my bills. Never mind buy food, which my parents already effectively pay for. So, hey, Mom and Dad, instead of just giving me this much a month, how about you double it to make up for the shortfall? Because I tried to make some money, sold a computer, so the government's going to kick me in the nuts. Anyway, that's all done. In one of these drawers, I'm fairly certain that in one of these drawers I have a socket cover. Tell you what, I'm pretty sure a socket cover is actually more expensive than an i3 4130. So we'll just use that as a socket cover for now, and I'll have a look and find the socket cover somewhere. There's one in the board that I'm putting on. I could have just used that, but I didn't. It might not be a problem. Because it's like not conductive, but yeah, I did see, it would appear that somehow, in spite of trying to be super careful, I did actually get some paste on some of the pads. Huzzah. Need to find somewhere to get isopropyl alcohol from. Right, that looks all good. We'll pop it down on there. Do a quick once over again. Right, next. Power supply. Oh, do bottom ones first. Alrighty then. Oh, you know what? No, I'm going to leave that in there just because, I mean, that's fairly secure on the table. Just I'd rather leave a little bit more weight on that side of the case. We don't need those. Should have hold it down for a sec while I take out the power switch and everything. The only thing I'm missing currently is PC speakers. Could do with a couple of PC speakers. I've got a couple. They were in a box. I sorted them out and when I took out other motherboards, but then I can't find where I put them when I was getting all my PC stuff together currently. And there was one that came with this board in a different case, but it was in such a bad state. Like the speaker was not sticking upwards. It was connected and worked, but it was like dangling down towards the motherboard, and as soon as I removed it, it just dropped off. So at some point I'll get a soldering iron, but probably not just to repair a PC speaker. If I get something else that I find that looks repairable, that's when it'll be time. Okay. We'll take the board out. And swap those over. New power supply. Are we still tape? Is it easily manually removable? Yes. Pretty sure that this is a somewhat different sized board. Oh, there's another point to it. Lean that up against there for a moment. Take out the back panel. Where did I put it? Oh, there it is. So the new one definitely came with a back panel. Went and dashed it behind my keyboard. Yeah, that's one of those ones that's going to be somewhat awkward to fit. Old school. Kind of wondering if I might want to just bend those down a little bit and then push them back in from the other side. If they bend easily enough. Not particularly. to be applying force in that direction. I'm moving that motherboard. Why couldn't it just be a screw-on one? I remember these from back in the day. I do not miss them. So you can't get it in by nope, definitely not that way. I do think it's like just a basically brute force. But I don't like that. I'm not comfortable with it. I'm gonna get my mole grips and like just bend the tabs down and push them back into place from the other side. Oh, this is not the right position for it. Fully disconnect the hard drive. Oh, that's still connected to the SSD. Oh, and the front case fan. I've got that lovely, lovely baked mark. Right. That's really not fully secured, but I'm pretty sure it'll actually get held in pretty well just by putting the motherboard in. But I'm also pretty sure I'm going to have to move some of those standoffs. Nope, don't need to move any standoffs. Just need to add some. Okay, now I do need to move one. And then I kind of need another two. But I do not have another two. I do have one of those plasticky things, which is kind of meant to serve that general purpose. But I also have the one I've been avoiding. Ye olde first gen RGB case. Ugh. Another equally large chunker. And this is, wow, that is a full size board there. Full ATX. What are we on? What is it? Does it even say? Oh, I can't see it. But we should have some motherboard standoffs in there. I needed to take it out at some point anyway. This is not going to be a system which is even as good as the others I've got. my god, it's half a cat. Look what I picked up. Isn't that lovely? And these are. I'm not putting those screws. Well, this is back in the day. You used to always have those. Some insulating washers. Those screws are not going in my screw drawer. They're probably going in the sink or a glass of vinegar or something for a little while. Oh. I got the disintegrating remains of a foam headphone cover. And that last one in the corner is just not quite wanting to manually lift out. Oh, we've still got the front panel connected. We've got the internal UV light, fluorescent tube, pre-LED. I have the UV reactive rounded IDE cables to go with it too. Right, so this should be all free apart from that screw in the bottom corner that just refused to come out magnetically. Oh no, there's still one in there, and we've actually still got a bunch of panel connectors that it was hiding behind. That's not connected to anything else. Just tell me this case used standoffs and didn't have it all pre-printed, or those weird bracket things instead of screw-ins. Seem to remember some odd motherboard like TP trapeze things or something. Hey, I see at least one standoff. Oh, I think that's possibly why this bottom corner screw wasn't coming out as well. I think that's brought the standoff with it. Woof, the chunky board. Oh, it does have a couple of those little weird ones. Even more front panel things. There's no fixed location for those. Oh, and that. Oh no, that isn't connected to anything. Just latched onto something. Urgh. Let's get a Hoover on this puppy. What is it? It's an L7 VTA Rev 1. Doesn't have a. Yeah, doesn't even say the brand. Those motherboards were not like a trendy consumer item back then. Oof, look at those capacitors. Look at that. Like an inch. Oh, you can't really see them. Oh, there we go. Those things there. Giant capacitors. I'm pretty sure that system does not work anymore. Good thing I got my mole grips out earlier. Where did I put them down? Oh come on, they've got to be in range. I've not got up from my chair, they can't have gone anywhere other than that. Oh, not back there. Not here, not there, not there. Not there, not on there. They're gone. There they are. Yeah, I have actually ordered some more motherboard standoffs and screws, and it came with some of those little insulating washers as well, oddly. But yeah, refitting a board into one of the cases I got ended up needing a couple more. Oh no, it was one of my old cases. All of my spare motherboard standoffs had actually come out of that case, and then I ended up just having to put them back in when I put a board in it. These are all... yeah, they're all jammed in there. Didn't actually loosen. Oh, that's an interesting option. Looking at the bottom of the case here, this entire motherboard backplane is in fact removable, so I could just use that for an open frame chassis if I wanted to keep this case around for nothing. Yeah, so that's all that out, except for the freaky old school standoffs that just like pop in and then have to get crushed to take them out. A little bit of loose dust out of there. Yeah. See why I've been avoiding going in there. So I haven't cleaned it. I want to test if see if it works first, but it's not worth anything even if it does. Yeah, I might have to do that case as a collection only, whatever I build in it. And then where did I put the super stinky, dirty motherboard of... Hasn't even been used. Yeah, that does have that motherboard standoff stuck in it. Oh, it's gonna make the desk pad dusty. Right. A whole 6 standoffs reclaimed for use. It doesn't look like too much dust dropped off. Probably got some old crippled plague viruses looking around in the modern world. I hopefully opening up that PC isn't causing the next pandemic. Shouldn't do. Oh, why am I not playing music? Because I'm an idiot. Let's go! Tunage! Right, and then the other old school, but not quite as heavy. This one's like lightweight alloy, that one's just like a steel case. Alrighty then. Which ones are we missing? There. God. Every tear's a reminder of how far I've fallen, how hard I've tried to fix the pieces, but they never fit. I was searching for meaning, but found no need to fit. Such a love is relentless, it pulls me from the deep. Every scar that I carry, you promised to heal me. I was blind, but now I see you're the truth I need. Beacon in the darkness, you're all I ever need. You are the light in the dark, when the world is tearing me apart. Guiding me through every storm, you're the reason I'm reborn. In the chaos it shines so bright. You are my strength, my guiding light. Through the night, through the pain, you're the one who breaks the chains. In the mirror I see a stranger, broken as God. Every tear's a reminder of how far I've fallen, how hard I've tried to fix the pieces, but they never fit. I was searching for meaning, but found only the pit. But your love is relentless, pulls me from the deep. Every scar that I carry, a promise to heal me. I was blind, but now I see all the truth I need. I'm beacon in the darkness. quite comfortably the same for there. Because those ones are kind of like built into the case. It's got 4 of the standoffs. There's a couple more if you've got slightly different configuration, which isn't a problem. I'll use this one on one of the screw-ins. Probably go there. Secure enough in that one. Let's go pretty sure that these screws are just that fraction wider. Slightly inconsistent, but it is my personal build. Okay.
The promises we claim in Jesus' name. In every breath, in every
Oh, forgot to get chat back up in front. Just in case. Hey, no, do that. No, get down. I love my kitty cat, but now is not the time to be climbing up on my lap. I'm trying to explore what I'm doing. Gosh, this board better work.
In Christ we're free, in Him we trust. No fear, no shame, no broken soul. For His redemption makes us whole. No more darkness, no more night. In His mercy we take flight. Hope is rising, we ascend. In His arms we find the end. Hope is rising, breaking through. In Christ we stand, in Him we're new. Out of the ashes into the flame, a future built on His name. Hope is rising, lifted high. We soar always beyond the sky. Beyond the sky. Beyond the sky.
Little plastic O-ring around was like not actually inside the case, but obviously easy enough to put back in.
I've fallen down 1,000 times, but somehow I'm still here now. I've been searching for the answers, wrestling with who I am. Without you know my heart's still beating, I just need a place to stand. I'm not perfect, I'm not whole, but I'm ready to give my soul. I'll rise, I'll fight, I'll face the storm. I'm ready for your call. So take me as I am, all my scars, all my shame. I'll stand before you, God, and say, I'm ready for your grace. I've been lost, but now I see. I'm not perfect, but I'll be the one to do my part for you. I'm ready to be used. I'm not whole, but I'm ready to give you my soul. I'll rise, I'll fight, I'll face the storm. I'm ready for your call. So take me as I am, all my scars, all my shame. I'll stand before you, God, and say,
Alright then.
ready for your grace. I've been lost,
Let's get back to Earth.
I'm not perfect, but I'll be the one to do my part for you. I'm ready to be used.
I think I could do with a sip of tea.
Bruised but still lost, still I'll choose to follow.
It's not bad tea. I did run out of Yorkshire, but I had some like Marks and Spencer's Gold stuff, which is not Yorkshire, but it's not bad. I'd say it's better than PG Tips and Tetley, which is not actually saying very much. Yeah, that was our battle hero. Or Sata 1 in this case.
I was lost in the dark, drowning in despair, a shattered soul burning, gasping for
I don't need this
I
whole
searched for peace, but
funky
silence
rigmarole
remained
thing
loud.
anymore.
My heart is broken, wrapped in this shroud.
I'm not going to have a DVD drive in here,
But you came for me, your mercy
just because I need it for the other cases.
free. A love so
They don't all have all the blanking plates from the front, so they need drives in them.
Your love is my cure. Echoes of mercy ringing through the night, chasing the darkness, bringing me life. I was broken, but now I stand restored. Your grace has healed me forevermore. Echoes of mercy forever will resound, lifting me up from the deepest ground. A love unearned, a truth so deep. In your mercy, my soul will forever sleep.
Let's put this front panel in then.
Remember the weight, the shame in my chest, living in a prison, never finding rest. But you saw through the walls, through the lies. You saw the broken, but you still called me to rise. Now the chains are gone, I'm finally free. The past has no hold, I am who you've made me to be. Every step, every breath I take, I walk in the freedom that you gave.
Probably be easy to put in from the back, by the looks of it. Definitely want to get the alignment right from the front there. Now, is it too wide? We'll have to go in from the front. Fair enough. Fair enough.
It's a flood that never dries, washing over me, tearing down the lies. I am reborn in the light of your face. Echoes of mercy, echoing grace. Echoes of mercy, ringing through the night, chasing the darkness, bringing me to life. I was broken, but now I stand restored. Your grace has healed me forevermore. Echoes of mercy forever will resound, lifting me up from the deepest ground. A love unearned, a truth so deep. In your mercy, my soul will forever sleep. fast, the sky's turning black. I'm trapped in the chaos, no way to turn back. The water's so cold and my heart's full of fear. I thought I was drowning, but then I heard you near.
Oh, I'll live for now.
You called me by name, you told me to rise. With eyes fixed on you, I'd walk through the lies.
Right, are these labels?
I took that first step, the ground underneath. But all I could see was the storm and its teeth. The fear held me captive, I wanted to scream. But your hand was
There's no way to identify which one.
I'm walking through the waves, though the storm tries to pull me down. In the chaos, I won't stagger, I'll trust and stand my ground. The darkness may surround me, the winds may roar and shout, but I'll keep my faith in you and let your love remove my doubt. The winds are howling, waves crash high, but I'm stepping out with you by my side. The world around me is wild and torn, yet in your power I know that I'm reborn. Each step I take, the waters part. With every wave I feel your heart. In the storm I will not fear, for you're the one who's always near. I took that second chance, you lifted me high. You calmed the storm and gave me the sky.
It looks like the front audio on the motherboard is not quite standard.
Wasn't perfect, my fear's still there, but with you beside me, I know you care. I'm walking through the waves, though the storm tries to pull me down. In the chaos I won't stagger, I'll trust and stand my ground. The darkness may surround me, the winds may roar and shout, but I'll keep my faith in you, let your love remove my doubts. Now I see the truth in the middle of the fight. You're the one who makes the darkness light. I'll keep moving forward, no matter the cost. For I know with you, I'll never be lost. I'm walking through the waves, though the storm tries to pull me down. In the chaos I won't stagger, I'll trust and stand my ground. The darkness may surround me, the winds may roar and shout.
The USB 3 header is not standard either.
Let your love remove my doubt. I hear the enemy, it's closing in. The weight of darkness, it's thick with sin. But I'm not scared.
Maybe I don't use that then. I can connect the two USB 2s and I can connect the external SATA, which would still be nice, but I need to see if I can get an adapter for that and look up the wiring pin for the front panel audio. I suppose I occasionally plug my headphones into it. I'm gonna have to look up a wiring thing, the actual front panel connector. They are not labeled on the board. Alrighty then.
It's loud and clear, you're the strength that's all
standard ATX power. Motherboard 24 pin in, where there are 6 buttons and 2 PCIEs.
We are unstoppable with you by our side. No fear, no shame. We're ready to ride. We fight, we rise, we take control. Your strength will never fall. Unstoppable, the darkness we defy. With you, Lord, we'll never fall.
We're after still 4 plus 4.
No weapon formed against us shall stand. We're rising higher with your mighty hand. We'll fight forever, we'll never be still. With you, Lord, we'll do your will. We are unstoppable with you by our side. No fear, no shame, we're ready to ride. We fight, we rise, we take control. In your strength we'll never fall. Unstoppable, the darkness we defy. With you, Lord, we reach for the sky.
Oh, it does look like this one actually has a PC speaker built into it at least.
I've been lost in the noise, drowning in voices that don't want me down. Every day feels the same, chasing shadows, running from the sound. But when I close my eyes,
I'll not put the graphics card back in yet.
inside, a light that cuts through all the dark calls me to find my heart. Silence, I find my peace.
Right.
Storm, you know me. I'm not broken.
Gotta do some searching now.
In your arms, I'm not alone. I'm kneel before the storm. I stand in your embrace. When the world starts to fall apart, I call your name. You'll erase
Okay, cool. A bunch of AliExpress orders have just shipped. That'll be all the ones that took a couple extra days. Well, literally only 2 extra days, so it's fine.
me before the storm and let your mercy lead me on. I'm not perfect, but I know I'm loved. And in this moment, I rise above. In the stillness, you draw near. You lift me up and take away my fear. The world can crash, but I won't shake. With every prayer, these chains will break. In the silence, I find my peace. In the storm, you're here with me. I'm not broken, just made of stone. But in your arms, I'm not alone. I kneel before the storm. I stand in your embrace. When the world starts to fall,
Oh, brilliant.
I call your name.
Oh no. They've got them, but they're labeled in Chinese. Fantastic.
Because it's in prayer I find my way back home. I'll kneel before the storm.
Hello again, Luna.
You lead me on.
Okay. Is that what I've got? D72JP23.
I can't stand
Well, no.
but you're my shelter, my throne. Every step that I take, I'll find you here in the heartache. No matter how
So is it otherwise the same? It's still Lenovo.
carry on, I'll kneel before the
Kind of looking pretty similar. I mean, yeah, it's the same. 7 across, yeah.
starts to fall apart. I call
Yeah, 7 across with a blank in the bottom right. That's probably it.
race the doubt and fear the pain. Because it's in prayer I find my
Most of them are just bridges, so it doesn't matter if they're the long way round.
Let your mercy lead me on. Kneel before the storm and let me on.
The hard drive LED is the only one which I think they're probably the same. Let's see what Tom Hardware article has. Oh, it is. That's right. That's the right one. That's the K450E, which is what this board is out of. I think it's worth, even if I lose front panel USB 3, like, I'm kind of used to not having that. And I don't tend to use the audio anyway. I actually have a USB audio adapter, which is pretty decent, and then I have a Logitech G510S, which has headphone and microphone sockets and mute keys for each on it, so I use those just so that I can mute them whenever I want. Okie dokie. I think I may as well hook up the front panel thing that I've got plugged in there. Honestly, the combination of 4 DIMM slots and a PCI Express slot on an 1150 board, I kind of think is worth it. Plus, it's got built-in mini PCIe with a Wi-Fi and Bluetooth adapter. Oh, they're probably a bit old. Maybe not as quick. And I need to test and make sure that it gets all 16 PCIe lanes available to the graphics card, because, like a lot of people say, you know, modern systems, that's not a problem. The 16 lanes for the PCI Express slot are dedicated just for that, but this is not a modern system.
In his wounds, the truth revealed. The Father's love, a burning flame. Through him we're free, no guilt, no shame. He's the everlasting Father. In the dark he shines so bright. Manifested flesh was covered on the ground.
It only has one
Lost but found. He's the everlasting Father. God us born to save.
It only has one.
The King who rose from the grave. Everlasting Father, born to save. God in the flesh.
I'll have to find out if the media card reader is attached to the USB 2 or the USB 3 that I won't be able to connect. That's interesting. There's actually there's 2 extra pins on each of the USB 2 connectors as well. It might just be for extra power or something. Oh, that was not a board picture. That's it.
I'm sinking deeper in the dark, a prisoner to a shattered heart. In the silence I hear the screams, trapped inside this world of broken dreams. I'm a ghost of what I used to be, a prisoner locked in my own deceit. The chains are coldly pull me down, lost in a place where no light is found. I'm trapped in darkness, I can't escape. A slave to lies that I embrace. Lord, can you hear me? I'm calling your name.
Okay, so it looks like that other one that image from Linus Tech Tips. That was matching up on the hard drive thing. We'll just compare. So then we should have the 1 and 2, 3 and 4 are not in use. 4 and 6 should be the power LED. Oh no. Right, 6 and 8. So, oh, wait, 1, 2, 3. Okay, yeah, that's where I go. I was going 1, 2, 3, 4. That's 1, 2, 3, 4. So then 6 and 8, 6 and 8. Yeah, those match. I think I'll go with this one. See if they've got any more info on there as well, because they might have. Okay, yeah, that's cool. I'll see if there's anything in there, but it looks like he's got his USB in there as well, even though there's the extra 2 pins off the side. That might just be like the extra power or something. So this has just got power switch and power LED, no reset. But I don't like the numbering. It's got pin 1, 2, and then pin, which are opposite to the other ones labeling. Okay, so the top right 2 should be reset. Yeah, because you see this is 6 and 8 and the other one was labeling it as 9 and 11, which is like there's no way that it went 1, 2, 3, 4, 9, 10, 11.
In the highs and lows, you melt all my woes. When I lose my way, you And I know you'll never go. Jesus, hand in hand, you help me stand. Always there. You're my always there. When the sun falls down, you are still around. Every time I cry, you wipe my tears dry. In the dark of night, you become my light. Through the heavy rain, you take away the pain. Always there.
This one,
You're my always there.
yeah, I can live with no reset switch.
In shadows deep I find my place, a whispered prayer in the empty space. The storm outside it tears apart, but there's a calm inside my heart.
I wish these SATA cables indicated which one was for the eSATA.
Bones may break and steel will bend, but his strength it won't ever end. Mountains quake and oceans roar, his power shines forevermore. Mighty hand above, you lift me high with endless love. Stronger than the fiercest wave, you're the light that guides the brave.
Let it out, so such is life.
Raging winds and shattered dreams, he holds the thread of all it seems. In the darkness he will stand, a fortress built by holy hands. Demons flee and fears take flight, in his grace will you find our sight. Through the trials we endure, his power pure and always sure. Mighty hand above, you lift me high with endless love. Stronger than the fiercest wave, you're the light that guides the brave. When the world has lost its voice, in his strength we find our choice to rise above and take a stand with faith that's held by his command. Mighty hand above, you lift me high with endless love.
Right.
Stronger than the fiercest
Display
wave,
cable for when I decide to eventually get to the graphics card.
guides the brave.
Not yet. I had chat covered. Oh, good. No one's watching. It's fine. Well, might be. I'm chatting. Probably not. So we should theoretically be able to power on. Well, I mean, you know, apart from not having a processor or memory in, yeah. Okay. Alright, gotta read some instructions. Oh, this is not a small case, so yeah, we can definitely fit that in.
No more doubting, no more fear. I got the light, I got it near. I walk with the truth, I walk with the King. Every step is a blessing, hear me sing. When the night falls and the day is through, I keep walking with Him. The path's so true, ain't no turning back. No, I won't stray. Walking with the Lord each and every day. With the light, every step I take through the highs and lows, I'm awake. Following love, following grace. I'm walking with the Lord in His embrace. Walking with the light, feel the rhythm in my soul. The truth inside and it's making me whole. Step by step, I'm moving on. With the Lord, I carry on. The light, walking with the King. Every breath I take is a song.
So I ordered 2 of these because I know that I needed an extra, having ordered other stuff. I didn't, but then my top-up item was some Arctic MX4. I didn't know that the Thermal Right Assassin came with TF4, so huzzah.
Woke up from a dream, caught in the glow. Had to let go of the weight that I used to know. Faded in the rear view, I left it behind. Now I'm running with the
Everything is tangled together.
I used to drown in the noise.
I know that we're going to want these fan retention clips, and they're all like clipped into the AM4 brackets. Where's the LGA 11.5X? Oh, so this is to go on the back of the board. That's just the back plane. They don't need it. We already have a back plane in. As long as the screws are an appropriate size. So we are after G items. Which are not labeled as G, they are labeled as 11.5X. And then, like, I just desperately hope that these fit into the existing backplane so that I don't have to take the whole damn thing off again. Separate plastic standoff bits, but no screws.
I'm dancing in the light, man, I've been saved. No more fear, no more shame. I'm walking with Jesus, I'm calling His name. I'm high on His love, I'm on a natural high. Never turning around, I'm reaching for
not in the 11.5X. They've got screws in the 1700 and screws in the AM4, AM5. Okay.
I walk through the fire, my feet don't burn. The weight of the world, but I still learn. A flicker in the darkness, a light that won't die. I'm standing tall, I'm reaching for the sky. I see the faces that turn away, but I hold my ground, I won't fade away. The road is heavy, the path is torn, but I carry the banner.
Oh no, God damn it.
I carry the banner through the storm, through the chaos, through the norm. I'll raise it high through storm and rain. The truth is shot, but it will remain. I carry the banner, can't let it fall. Through the fire, I'll stand tall. I'll carry the banner for Christ my King. Let the heavens hear me sing.
Nope, definitely needs its own black plane.
The thunders roll and the sky turns black. The shadows try to pull me back, but my soul's been forged, it's ironclad. I'm not afraid of the things I've had. I feel the battle, it's in the bones, but its light is brighter. A heart of stone can't shut me down, can't turn me cold. I'll carry the banner, let it unfold. I'll carry the banner through the storm, through the chaos, through the norm. I'll raise it high through storm and rain. The truth is shot, but it will remain. I carry the banner, can't let it fall. Through the fire, I'll stand tall. I'll carry the banner for Christ my King. Let the heavens hear me sing.
Actually, you know what? For just temporary purposes, just for the sake of testing whether the board works and everything,
We call his name.
leave these in for now.
Coming, the end is near, but we keep marching with no fear. I carry the banner through the storm, through the chaos, through the norm. I'll raise it high through storm and rain. The truth is shot, but it will remain.
I'm just tighten them up. Well, I mean, I'm gonna take the thing off, assuming this all works. Where did I put the stock?
Carry the banner for Christ my King. Let the heavens hear me sing. The banner, don't let it fall. Through the fire, through it all. For Christ my Savior, my God and King. I carry the banner, let it ring. Darkness falls, still we stand. Shadow path, hold my hand. Whispers low, guiding light in the pain through the night. Tears we shed, hearts will break. In His name, we won't shake. Faith within, never blind. In silent cries, unseen scars in his arms, near or far. The strength he gives, souls ignite. In the end, we'll take flight. God is there, steps we take, in each breath, paths we make. Through the fire, through the ash, every hope, dreams never crash. Falling hard, stand again. Through the loss, through the pain, voices heard, angels sing. In his love, hearts will claim. Shattered dreams, paths unclear. In his grace, conquer fear. Lifted high by his side, in our hearts he'll reside. Steps we take, in each breath, as we make.
Stuck on the lamp.
Through the fire, through the ash, every hope, dreams never crash.
BJ monitor and wireless keyboard and mouse. Got the mouse.
In the shadows where we used to laugh, memories of your smile linger, cut like glass. Every whisper in the wind feels so wrong, searching for solace in our fading song. When we meet again, underneath the stars and rays, in a world where dreams are timeless, and we're free to find our place. Through the shadows I'll keep hoping, with the spirit in my heart, in that light we'll be together, never again to part.
Operating system found. That's fine.
The stars above, they shine for you, each one a promise of the time we
What is
knew.
Lenovo's BIOS?
In the silence, your voice still calls, a haunting melody as nighttime falls. When we meet again underneath
F1 apparently.
days, in a world where dreams are timeless, and we're free to find our place. Through the shadows I'll keep hoping, with the spirit in my heart, in that light we'll be together.
Yeah, we're in the BIOS.
Part.
Cool. Yeah. Board works. Can proceed. Oh. Oh, greetings. Oh, it's you again. Oh, sorry. Yeah. It's been like 5 minutes, but yeah, I had my head in it. That happens. I'll see if I can reset it. Deactivate and reactivate. There we go. Huzzah! Hello. You came on just in time for me to use the loo. I'm doing the board swap on my main system, which is a pain in the ass, and it's a Lenovo motherboard, but it's kind of got some nice features, like 4 DIMM slots mostly, plus eSATA and built-in mini PCIe. Anyway, I should be back very shortly.
Never again to part.
I've not been looking forward to this.
Fearsome power breaking chains, shattering walls.
What a chick team waiting in their chair. Oh yeah. Oh, that shouldn't even. I shouldn't have left that on either. I haven't. I mean, it's only idling, so it shouldn't be a big problem. But that CPU cooler is like barely on there. Just wanted to check. It's the first use of the board, second-hand board off eBay. Need to make sure it works. I thought it was quick because I wouldn't put it all in. It's been such a hassle getting it in as well because I needed like an extra 2 motherboard standoff screws, so I had to disassemble another case, which has like I don't even know what it is. It's old. It's not got SATA. It's only got ID and floppy connectors on it. Makes sense because last time I used that PC was probably 20 years ago. Yeah, so I knew there was like no real issue with it, but yeah, I have a thermal right Assassin, but now I've discovered that it definitely needs its own backplate because the backplate that's in here kind of reaches up and through and will get in the way of its spacers. So I now have to take this board out again. But hopefully I can do that. I'll get some tea first. Get some tea. Hopefully I can do it without even like disconnecting it from the power. Power supply's off, but it just means I'm grounded. Okay.
Every tear that falls like rain, every scar that marks my skin is a testament to battles fought, a reminder of where I've been. But in the depths of sorrow, a voice calls out my name. It promises tomorrow and whispers, you're not the same. I place my faith in God, where doubts dissolve like dreams. In the heart of the unknown, I find the strength to believe. When the storm is raging and the skies begin to fall, I'll rise above the fragments. With faith I'll conquer all. Every tear that falls like rain, every scar that marks my skin is a testament to battles fought, a reminder of where I've been. But in the depths of sorrow, a voice calls out my name. It promises tomorrow and whispers, you're not the same.
Magnetic screwdriver.
Where doubts dissolve like dreams. In the heart of the unknown, I find the strength to believe. When the storm is raging and the skies begin to fall, I'll rise above the fragments. With faith I'll conquer all. So take my hand, let's wander through the night, through the pain. We'll find solace in the stillness, in the love that remains. A heartbeat in the darkness, a flame that never dies. With every step I'm closer to the light that's in your eyes. Every tear that falls like rain, every scar that marks my skin is a testament to battles fought, a reminder of where I've been. But in the depths of sorrow, a voice calls out my name. It promises tomorrow and whispers, you're not the same. So let the shadows gather, let the world lose its way. With every breath I'll follow in the light of a brand new day. I place my faith in God, in the love that sets me free.
Okay. Old backplane off. Always good to have a spare of those. Oh look, it's somebody who wants to get blocked. Reported for advertising viewers. Oh, I'm not on Twitch. I do have it around. I'll block him later. Right, where's the thermal take backplate? There. Give that a quick clean. Followed by a quick dry. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe some people actually use them. I have no interest in getting popular with robots. Like, I'm 15 years professional experience programming. I'm definitely a bit rusty, and like no one wants Delphi programmers anymore. I kind of retrained to PHP and JavaScript. I'm sure that I could make a PHP or JavaScript page to just like spin up a bunch of like highs from random names. If that's what I want for friends, I'll just do it myself. Right. The adhesive panel's off. So you came back? You like tech? Certainly haven't given any bad bits of advice. Helpful, encouragement. He knows to be like, yeah, it's fine. You don't really need to secure the CPU cooler down. It'd be nicely in place. Oh, that standoff looks like it had nearly come out.
In the shadows where the light fades away.
That one too. While I've got it up, I will grab my mold grips and just give it a proper tighten.
It feels like it's breaking apart. In this chaos, it's tearing us apart. When the weight is too much to bear, and the silence is a deafening glare. We're reaching out, we're reaching for the sky, but in the darkness we don't know why. When we're falling and the ground's too far, when the world's gone cold and we're lost in the scar.
Just the extra half twist, and hopefully they won't come out next time I unscrew the board. Well, actually, hopefully I won't be unscrewing the board again.
We might stumble, we might break, but in the shadows, there's a way. Hold on tight, he's never far. God is here through
slightly awkward bit of actually pulled the board out with the USB keyboard dongle in it. That's not going to fit back through from the other side apparently. Back panel audio connectors. Yeah, I need to. I have another desk, so my build area should be on the other side, which would be the same side as the mic, and would be much better. But in order to get that desk to fit in my front bay area, I need to chop the corners of it off. So I will lower the music on YouTube. Oh, I suppose I could just do it. Yeah, no, it needs to be in my room as well. Hopefully that'll be better. Like this is my personal system. So I'm not quite as fully set up as I would like to be. You are welcome. Yeah, those are the unexpected losses from this random Lenovo board. Until I can get a pin out or an adapter, I'm going to lose front panel audio. And no reset button. But right now it has a 4790, but I have ordered a 4790K. Because it has 4 DIMM slots and PCI Express 3, which is basically as good as you get for an LGA 1150 board. Except that the USB, possibly USB front panel thing is actually like completely custom, if it's even USB 3 as well. So it's got a 4790, which is like the second best CPU for the socket. The best would be the K variant, which is just like 10% quicker, but over twice the price. So it's 4-core, 8-thread, 4 GHz turbo, 3.7 standard, the one that's currently in there. The K, when I replace that, is 4 GHz standard to, yeah, still decent. And like, for cost effectiveness, as a budget system, like now that I've had it for 2 years, I can potentially afford to put a K in it, but like for raw value, the K is not value. But then looking around at the other things, like if I'm going to be building PCs, then I think when I get a board, I'll get K systems so I can build slightly better ones, but only if I get a board that has 4 DIMM slots and PCI Express 3 so that it can have as much graphics bandwidth as it can cope with and 32 gigs of RAM. I do need to try it with server registered memory at some point. Take the gamble. It's like just over £7 for a 16 gig registered server memory stick. Because so far, like, everywhere's said, no, you can't put ECC memory in those things, but like, I've been sent ECC memory by mistake and noticed because it wouldn't dual channel. But the boards definitely, you know, like the RAM worked, they recognized it, and they recognized it as ECC memory. So if they recognize ECC memory, there's either a limit on 8 gigs is the max they'll recognize in a DIMM. But if you can put a 16 gig DIMM in there, then theoretically you can actually get like the bulk of LGA 1150 systems up to 32 gigs. Which might be worth it. It'd be slightly slower with it being ECC, but theoretically, if Windows loads the right things into RAM, then it would be worth it. Okay, so we know the board works, we know the CPU works. Done with one RAM stick. Now we're screwed in. We've got the right backplate on. Oh, and I remembered what I ordered. Because when I ordered 2 of these because I've like been ordering CPUs and boards which haven't been coming with them. I was like, oh, I'll use one for myself. As it happens, like the white RGB variant was the cheapest of the thermal right assassins on a random special. I knew I had to order something. They didn't offer me a trial or free Prime. So I had to order just like £4 more. I couldn't remember what it was that I ordered for a while. And then I found out when it arrived today, it was Arctic MX4. So I do have some slightly better paste than the Arctic Silver 2. Yeah, I think it'll be worth doing because that would also like open up the market an awful lot. Like none of the other people who are trying to build budget systems are doing it, and forums say that you can't. They're like, but they're just saying like, no, those boards don't support ECC memory, and I'm like, well, that's definitely wrong because I put ECC memory in 2 of them and they both recognized it fine. But they were only 8 gig sticks. But for now, since I'm due to get like a 4790K, I'm just going to use my old Arctic Silver 2 if there's enough left. Oh no, I want to put the metal bits on first. Oh gosh. Yeah, I knew this was going to take a while. It's later than I realized. 11:15, definitely not going to get to game on it tonight. I would love to see the faces on the eBay ripoff merchants who are trying to like, they're putting mostly decent specs together, but it'll be like slightly subpar on a lot of things. And then the worst of it, there's like so many companies that like they're selling pre-built gaming PCs, and sure, there are LGA 1150s, so they're like i7 4770K, or you know they've got an i7 4790, whether it's the standard or the S variant. Pretty decent CPU. They've got it up to the 16 gigs of RAM in dual channel. They've got like a 0.5 terabyte SSD in there. Like, yeah, this is a good spec system, but is it really worth £400? What's the dedicated graphics card? There's one company, all of their variants, it's like £250, £350, £450. They all have GT 710s in them. If you know, that's dumb. Because even though they're really, really ancient, an Intel HD integrated graphics, which is crud, but it's still twice as good as a GT 710. So if they just took out the dedicated graphics, the systems that they were selling would be better. It annoys me. I would love to see their faces when they look at another listing and they say, "That's not true. How's he selling that with 64 gigs of RAM? They don't support it." But, you know, maybe they don't. But I think £7 is worth finding out, because I can probably just resell it. Be losing out on paying postage. Oh, I keep putting stuff down where I can't find it again. Sorted everything out and then had to bring in the second computer and everything. It's just blah. Oh, where were the destructions? Yeah, face that way.
Trust in the Lord, never let go. He'll guide your way through rain and snow. Trust in the Lord, let love flow.
I was just gonna say, I'm so much more comfortable with this than those Intel stock coolers. I feel like I'm gonna break the board every time I put them in. Well, yeah, I've always done it because, like, my first job was a programmer at 17, and we also built systems for our business customers. So I built my first PC. Although the first one I ever used was my parents' one, which was a 386 SX25. We upgraded it to 4 megabytes of RAM as well. And there was the 120 megabyte hard drive, which was more than we'd ever need. Apparently, according to the salesman. Technically correct, probably. I remember, like, the first time I ever did anything in a PC was when I finally managed to let my parents convince them to let me install the Sound Blaster card that I bought off a friend. And that was an ISA card, and I had to fiddle with the dip switches to change the IRQ interrupts because it didn't work by default. The first time I ever did any PC hardware work. Built my own, which is an AMD K62 450. There was somewhat of a disappointment there because I ended up getting an awful lot less RAM than I originally ordered, because, like, between the time where I ordered and the time where the boss placed the order, that was like 1999-ish, so there was like a giant fire in Taiwan, and like half the memory factories and storage warehouses got burned down, so I should have got like 64 megs of RAM for like 40 quid or something, and I ended up spending 60 on 16. It was like a lot less. And I also like ordered a specific 3D accelerator graphics card, and he got me a different one. He was like, "What is a 3D accelerator?" It's like, "It's a Rage 2C, it can't play anything." And it couldn't. Oh, that feels both more secure and less dangerous than the stock cooler ram it in technique. I'm not a neat patterned paster, and this is also possibly on its last leg.
In the shadow of the past, when the darkness falls, I've been trapped in a storm. My spirit hits the walls. But the chains have been broken, and the fire burns anew. On the edge of the abyss, I'm breaking through. He's calling through the silence like a thunder in the night, guiding every heartbeat, igniting the light. Now I'm standing on the ledge with my eyes on the sky. The dawn is rising.
It's like every time I've tried to do like just a cross shape pattern or tried one of these fancy patterns that people like to show videos of, I always find I'm like, I don't like these thermals. And then just redo it and just make sure that it's like covering the vast majority of the surface. Yep, pretty much works every time. Yep, I'm not going to do the thing of forgetting to take the sticker off. I think the super long screwdriver might be best for this. I just thought my new AliExpress screwdriver could do this, even though it's a bit chunky. I think it was about £5. But it has that super long flexi extendy bit, so that would actually work. But I need to get some magnetic screwdriver tips before I start using it more frequently. It's far too annoying. I always feel like I'm just gonna like ram the whole thing through the motherboard. Okay. I'm gonna have to spend like another £3.50 on one of those little remote control Bluetooth RGB controllers now, because like I'm definitely not getting an LG 1150 board with one with an ARGB. I mean, you know, the fan will work fine without it, but now that it's got it, and it will show through my case, I think, a little. But I definitely prefer the ability to turn them off. My first RGB computer, I just ended up unplugging all the RGB. It wasn't ARGB anyway. It was fine for a while, but it was in my bedroom, so if I needed to do like, that was back in the 56k modem days, so if you needed to download a big game, you're doing it overnight, and then if you've got this bright glowing color changing thing next to you, you have to put a towel over it. Okay, where do I want the fan bits to go? Plug in there. May as well put them on that side. Are those the right clips to put it on? No. Could have read the instructions. We have an old family motto, which is, if all else fails, read the instructions. You guys isn't each other for.
Every tear a fleeting spark in this labyrinth of glory.
Nice.
Find my way through dark. Take these fragments, shape my soul. In your hands I'll be made whole. God, can you see me as I'm kneeling in this night? Put the pieces back together. Guide me through this endless fight. In the chaos I am tethered to the hope I can't ignite. Lift me from the ashes, bring me back into the light. In the silence I'm going, through the void I find my plea.
Well, I probably should have put the 4-pin power in first, because I do not have tiny raccoon-like fingers, but I can get in there. Oh. And then I've got the question of, do I mismatch some RAM? Because I could. I have ordered 4 8-gig sticks, but they're not here yet, obviously. But I have the 2 Corsair Vengeance. I do have another 2 8-gig sticks. So I could, I'm not gonna, I won't yet, I'll be patient. I'm gonna have to go in and take it out anyway. I've only just managed to get back onto 16 gigs of RAM. I don't need to jump straight to 32. If I'm gonna be selling these systems, I need to get some like benchmark comparisons for what sort of difference it makes anyway.
follow ancient echoes beneath the ruthless sky. The
Right.
sun's
Power.
relentless fury burns the earth beneath our feet, flowing large with hope and fire for our journeys far from fleet. Through the storm and the scorched place, we feel a call unchained, guided by the eternal flame. We rise above the pain. Through the smoke and the fire, we're never alone. With the pillars as a guide, we're always home. In the heat of the day or the cold of the night, we're driven by faith and we're ready to fight. When the darkness wraps around us and the stars begin their shine, we are led by ancient embers, a beacon so.
Oh yeah, I mean, like, it should be fine. I know that it would work. The only difference would be that it would end up knocking down the performance of the Corsair Vengeance. Not by much. They're only class 9. They're cast latency 10. The others are like standard 11. So it'll just operate at the 11 timing. They're about 1600 megahertz. I've never had a problem mixing and matching, even when they're not identical. Like, I've had plenty of systems where the paired sticks just have the same stats, and even if they don't have the same stats, the only time I've ever had a problem pairing rams together is when one of them's ECC.
In the realm where shadows grow, we embrace the holy flame. Through the tempest and the sorrow, our faith remains
But I do prefer them to be identical. But only between the pairs. It's only the dual channel pair that needs to be. Otherwise, you can have two 4 gig sticks and you can have two 8 gig sticks, and as long as the 4s are paired with each other and the 8s are paired with each other, you've still got 24 gigs of 8 of dual channel. People are just like, what? Well, if you've got 4 gig sticks, you only have to replace 2 at once. But I think that's probably comes from like building your own systems, especially when there used to be like more generic wholesale suppliers. So like if you're ordering from Dabs or Novatech and you're ordering the generic DIM, then it's just whoever their cheapest supplier was that month. So next time you order RAM, it comes from someone else. So you just shove it in and it works. Huzzah! And then later on, people start coming out like, no, you must get these Corsair special 2 gigabyte kits that have been carefully paired together. It's like, no mate, you're just trying to sell it because it's 5 times the price for exactly the same performance.
for the night and scorching day. We are bound by the eternal, and we'll never lose our way. Underneath the surface, where the shadows lie, I've been wandering through the darkness, searching for the light in the depths of
Oh, case fan Molex. Need a Molex in the case.
clear. A voice that breaks the silence, drawing me near.
Okay, cool. And, oh, I'm not going to do that now because I'm going to need to tidy up the cables still. Okay, so what do we think? My traditional, or what I started off with, RX 480 4 gigabyte. Or the one that I haven't tested yet that came today. It was a good bargain. Still want to be able to do like budget systems, but 8 gigs is definitely better nowadays. So there is the option of the RX 480 8 gig. The Power Color Red Devil. It's definitely a slightly more impressive card. And it will fit in my... Will it? Oh yeah, I mean I'll have to tuck it under. No, not yet. I'm going to... The thing is, like, as much as it's tempting to be like, oh ha ha, yay, 8 gigs. I'm gonna have 8 gigs anyway. This is a card for resale. I'll probably test it tomorrow or something. I mean, it was listed as working, tested, working fine. Just they upgraded. So it's not that it is untested. I need to test it, but I don't want to put untested parts. You're exactly right. As soon as you said you made a decision, I need to test it at some point. But when I'm first putting the system back together, I don't want to start it with an untested part, because that might be what's wrong. I'd rather make sure that it all goes together and works first. Well, we use my existing card for now. And in this case is slightly awkward because it's old school, so the ports are recessed rather than protruding, which means that's why it's got all these holes in the top, so that you can actually screw in the cards, because they're behind the plate case.
I'm sitting in the shadows where the darkness holds tight, but I feel a pulse in the chaos, a spark in the night. Through the static and the noise, I hear a whisper so clear.
Where are you geographically, by the way, Swiffer? I'm UK, so it's nearly midnight here. Oh, so yeah, I have the new power supply as well, which I got because it's the cheapest one that has 2 PCIe connectors. Okay, so you're slightly ahead. Was that? So Europe area, so, or somewhere along those lines, I think. But yeah, so are you a late nighter? I tend to be, but I try not to be. But yeah, like as much as I need to and want to test that card, cool. My personal, I have another. It's an even better bargain, and I need to test it and run it for a little while to get like a cost effectiveness thing, because I did manage to pick up an RX Vega 56. So that's got the 8 gigs of HBM2 memory and is like 40% faster than the RX 480. So if it ends up costing me too much just in raw electricity, I might sell it. Otherwise I'll keep looking for them, because like they're not one of the well-known budget cards, which means that they're not super popular and people are not constantly searching for them. So weirdly you can get like a much better card for less, if you're lucky. But it does need 2 power inputs. It has a max draw of like 220 watts versus 125. Right. Well, assuming it all works, I'm just going to put the side panel on so the cats don't play with it and put it away. And then tomorrow I will get like the Velcro tape roll and tidy up the cables, maybe some of the stick-on Velcro pads, and secure the bundles to the back and side and run it nicely. You don't get too many Germans in the UK, I think. I know, I've got a, no, that was Poland, it wasn't a cousin. I had a school friend who moved to Germany and did some tech and engineering and stuff. I'm half American and half English. My mom's American. I was born over there. Then moved over here when I was like around 10. A bit before. Oh, hard drive. I should plug the hard drive in. It's a 2.5 gig. I've had to order. Yeah, I've ordered some like 3.5 to 2.5 inch bays because that's the problem with this cold computer case. It's just got 5.25 inch bays, nothing else. So it's not great. I'll just sit this on the side. But I currently have like a 3.5 inch to 5.25 bay adapter. I screwed it into a certain place and then rested it on top of the CD-ROM drive. But I do now I am upgrading my hard drive, so I have a 3.5 inch drive, which I'll be able to just put in. And I also ordered some 3.5 inch to 2.5 inch bay adapters, so that the SSD is probably fine with just one side in.
Broken dreams, shattered bones, I'll tear apart these devil's throats. Heaven's fire burns in my veins. For the sacred, I'll endure the pain. Blood and sweat, the price I pay. In this fight, I will not sway. Temples fall beneath my tread.
Okay, let's plug in the testing VGA monitor as the secondary, which is what it normally is. I'm sure I fished out. Yeah, fished out the display port to HDMI that I use for the main screen. Okay, so that should be everything connected up. The only thing is I won't be able to view the main screen on my mini PC because that is my KVM. I use a 32-inch TV as my monitor, so just change the input source. Changes which computer it's on. Power back on. Okay, we have hard disks. I can probably can't quite get a good angle on the screen. Oh, it's gone off. We had a Lenovo thing on there for a minute. Now it's gone blank. Not a fan of the double beep. Oh, it's saying keyboard not found. Of course. That's the thing I forgot to plug back in. The keyboard! I'm like, why isn't it going into BIOS? I'm pressing the right button on a keyboard which is not connected. Let me swap back to the other screen because I'm pretty sure. Yeah, so it's not just disappearing. It could be because that's kind of often keeps that up while it does the Windows background thing. And the motherboard is definitely something that Windows is not a big fan of you changing. And I did it like around a month ago. Right. Now that I've got the keyboard connected, let's see if I can get into BIOS and see what it says. Okay, I've got some BIOS. That's an old school BIOS with no mouse support, but that's not a problem. Continue. Devices. I'll leave it on auto. Shouldn't need to do any audio or network. CPU, multiprocessing, yes. CPU, yes. Virtualization, yes. Yeah.
You're the steadfast promise that never fades away. Every moment, every breath, you're the reason we arise. With your grace surrounding us, we'll find our way. Oh God, you're always near in our joy.
Well, it's recognizing all the memory. It's recognizing the CPU. It's got the right SATA drive and the right hard drive. Everything looks fine. I think I might just have to leave it for a while, which is okay by me because I could do with a vape.
Trials of face, in the tears we cry. Your presence comforts, you never say goodbye.
Let's see if it's just Windows.
In the silence of our doubts, in the echoes of our cry. In the silence of our doubts, in the echoes of our cries.
I was thinking there's nothing critical on the system. It's like all of my code and other stuff is on my mini PC. Windows 10. And I'm pretty sure, because I changed the board before, I'm pretty sure that it actually came with a retail license. So it should be 10 Pro. Although I do need to... I downloaded the Windows 11 tool, and I've got Rufus, but I refreshed my Windows 10. I need to still create another USB stick for Windows 11, but with the security features and stuff turned off. And I should probably tidy these boxes up before I go to bed, so that the cats don't just play with them all night. They love the cardboard. It's definitely a long boot. I have heard from watching PC builders that sometimes making a major change takes a while, or the first boot of something can be a very long time. We're gonna get sick of that logo. I mean, it's not dead. Maybe I can go into the BIOS. I definitely recognize that the graphics card was there as well. Okay, got all the RAM, got both the drives. Could try disconnecting the weird 5 1/4 inch front panel thing. But that wasn't showing as using any of the SATA drives. I didn't see one. F1 isn't currently taking me back in, so I'll just give it a try, see if there were any better options for that. Still, this is not really quite designed for getting an angle on the screens. Right, so we've got system summary. It's like CPU type, that's just information. And is all correct. System date and time. Well, maybe I could. Oh, this will be American, so it is actually the 5th of. Well, no, it's the 4th of February. It's not far off. Honestly, I don't think that was a problem. It was only like 5 minutes fast on the time. Then we've got devices, which has got USB setup, USB functions enable. If they're disabled, you can't use USB. Configure ATA drivers, which is just SATA mode, either AHCI or IDE or disabled. Video setup, those auto, which is either PCI or on board, auto prioritizes PCI first. I do like having them both. Audio setup. We've got onboard audio enabled, and we've got the back panel, so it's fine. Network, onboard Ethernet enabled, LAN boot agent disabled, fine. CPU setup, multiprocessing enabled, speed step enabled, virtualization enabled, turbo mode enabled. Power, we've got the standby mode, power off after power loss, which I'm happy with. I don't really want it to automatic power on, but they're all set to not anyway. Could set an administrator password or a power on password. I could have a look at the Lenovo service engine. I don't know, that's just Lenovo service engine enable or disable. Maybe I should disable it. We've got secure boot mode. Secure boot is enabled. Windows should be authorized. I could try secure boot off. Could also try disabling the Lenovo service engine. See what we've got. Compatibility support module, permit the loading of a traditional operating system to enable non-UFO operating system. I don't know what Lenovo service engine might be, but yeah, it could do. So then it wouldn't boot before, because keyboardless operation is disabled. But I could make it work without having a keyboard plugged in. Oh no, didn't mean to. Don't want to exit yet. I think. Yeah, I mean, I'm just gonna disable. I'll try disabling the Lenovo service engine. And it's possible that I set up my system without secure boot on the previous one, but that would be something to check next, I think. Also, pretty sure I used UEFI next time. Looks like I would have to change it off CSM to change the boot mode. Right. Let's save and exit and see if Lenovo service thing makes a difference. Hey, there's a Windows swirly. Huzzah! That's looking better. Getting devices ready. Yep, that's definitely done it. Awesome. Thanks for nudging me to not just wait, and for pointing out that the security. I was also thinking that like disabling their random service check might also do the trick, which is a fantastic feature to have, because like my Dell system was problematic when I first got myself going on budget PC that used an Optiplex 9020, which was not listed as a small form factor on the listing, but turned out to be, which was somewhat disappointing. So not only did I have to get an adapter, but I just ran it half outside the case. Graphics card sat on the top on a PCI riser. And luckily the Dell thing had like a nice shroud over the CPU cooler, which butted right up against the case, so that made a perfect rest for the standard ATX power supply to sit on. Now I'm thinking of, like, because the board died, I can potentially get another board for it pretty cheap, but I want to try modifying it first. I'm going to use my dad's angle grinder and cut a hole in the side so that I can mount a GPU outside, and then probably get a Cooler Master N200 standard ATX power supply holder, which is for one of their specialized cases, which is meant to have an meant to have an SFX power supply, but it means that they do a nice metal bracket to hold an ATX standard. Now I could just bolt that onto the thing as well, and then I'm going to call it the Riven Dell Choptiplex. And probably never be able to sell it because it won't go in the post. But it might make a nice like feature on the desk behind me or something. Anyway, I'm glad that's working. Where did I put that wireless keyboard? Under the desk. Okay, so that means tomorrow, hello, tomorrow I get to try out my USB capture card, rather than having to swap between the two computers. Oh, that's a bad view. It's a very bad view. Anyway, that's me done for the night. Wow, that is super quiet. I mean, it's only idling, but definitely quieter than the system was before. Wonder how much of that is from the giant fan. Oh, that's something I should put this camera back over. Before I go to bed, I will show you that I don't have a side window in this old case, but I do love this case because, like, check out the fan. That is the side panel. That is a completely non-standard fan built into the side panel, and yeah, it is like 22 centimeters. But it's just nice. I like it. Anyway, midnight, and I have to do visuals for church on Sunday, so I need to start thinking about getting to bed at a decent time so I can be there, leave the house at like 6:30 or whatever time they need. I think it's more like 7, which is still the earliest thing I ever have to go to. Good night, farewell, sleep well, have a good... Oh, that's a point. I just noticed it's like, oh, my computer's got Wi-Fi. I forgot about that. This motherboard has a built-in PCIe Wi-Fi thing. It's got a terrible signal because I haven't plugged the antennas in. But yeah, I'll have to look on where to hook those up. It does look like a turbine, but luckily it's not like super noisy or anything. And so long, I used to have a problem. Like the cable for it, you can see I've electrical taped it on. Because I remembered that when I used to run it, I used to have to keep opening the case up because the cable would like dangle down and end up rubbing against the side fan. I am going to have to rename it. This computer is currently called Dell 9020 because it was a Dell 9020 and I was disappointing. I am going to give it the name that this case always used to have, which was Cyclone, because of the huge fan. Anyway, good night, farewell, have a good one. He may well be back, so I'll probably see you again. But I'm using the wrong mouse.